Hello guys, just doing another question and answers since it's Friday. Nothing else to do, so thought I'd come and answer some more questions based on whatever you want. It doesn't have to be black hat, it can be simple stuff and whatever. Just ask away and I'll try my best to answer it. Barry Page, good to see you. First up, Mr. Miyagi, if doing black hat stuff, what are the, I'll go into the questions in a second. I'll just let people jump on board first of all. Don't want to start answering stuff until we get a few bodies in. But yeah, put your questions in there, and I will answer them. I'll spend an hour going through whatever questions you like, whether it's mediocre, basic questions, whatever. Ask whatever you want, and I will get round to answering as many as I possibly can. Randy Road, don't miss my live tomorrow. Barry's got a live. Smart guy, you want to check it out. Talks a lot of sense, does a lot of good stuff. So well worth checking out his live as well. You can never get enough information in this industry. A lot of people talk about a lot of different topics and subjects and stuff like that, and Barry certainly knows his stuff. So yeah, I would jump over there and check his live tomorrow if you have the time. But hey Craig, hey whoever that is on Facebook users, hello Ronak. And I will just dive into the questions, to be honest. Make sure that you do give us a like and a subscribe. And no problem at all, Barry. Always good to share stuff for the good guys that are out there. Yeah, you should also join in with the TikTok battle. A quick word on the TikTok battle is not over. I am now going to cheat the same way Matt Diggity cheated and get my video editor and stuff involved. Just coming up with something. So Barry, you should get involved as well. I've got a feeling that you like TikTok. You've just not released your inner self on it yet. Anyway, I'll crack on with the questions. Just put as many questions as you want, guys, in the live chat, and I will crack on and go through them. So Mr. Miyagi, if you're doing black hat stuff, what are the recommended precautions? You need to prevent blacklisting your Google accounts and other websites that you run, separate Gmail accounts, etc. So the precautions are really going to come down to how much you're going to do things and spam the shit out of things. You know, you can buy a whole bunch of Gmail accounts and burn them to death if that's what you want to do. I wouldn't consider that black hat, though. That's more stupid hat, if anything. You know, you can use, like you've said in your next part there, access and said accounts using VPNs, or is that overkill? You know, it depends on what you're trying to achieve there, Mr. Miyagi. You know, if you're doing something you shouldn't be, Google probably can penalise websites if there's a link between G Suite and the accounts that manage them. But you know, you would need to be doing something outrageously bad. You know, I think what is black hat? You know, what are you terming black hat here? That's the real question. You know, people have accounts for tier 2 blasts on things like SEO Autopilot, for example, which are completely separate. You're never going to use your own email on there or anything that's going to be traceable back to your account. You just set up a bunch of different emails to a guy, through a guy, and job done, you know, and the accounts will churn away, but they don't really get banned as such for doing things like that. You know, if you're doing stuff, you know, in a spammy way, or maybe cold emailing people, you know, you can burn email accounts that way, you know, end up in spam hosts and things like that. But I would tend to say that's not a good strategy, you know, cold emailing and stuff like that. I think that's kind of dead. So let me know more about what you're trying to achieve, and I'll tell you whether using a VPN is overkill. I think in a lot of cases, people do go over the top and start to use VPNs when they don't have to. You know, but it really, as I say, it comes down to what you're actually trying to do there. So let me know more about what you're actually trying to do. Methods of Web 2.0. So I use SEO Autopilot to build Web 2.0s. They simply do it on autopilot, which is a good thing, and it builds you whatever you want at the push of a button. Just let it play for 18 hours, 24 hours, whatever it takes, and it will build you up all the best Web 2.0s out there. And you can reuse those Web 2.0s as well for further campaigns and stuff like that. But there's a whole lot of different things that you can do with Web 2.0s. Well, you know, what's the purpose of a Web 2.0? Web 2.0 can pass some juice and power to your website. You're utilizing, you know, Medium, for example, as a Web 2.0. You're utilizing the domain authority and power that that platform's got. So why not utilize them and build up yourself some power? But I use SEO Autopilot. I want to automate that stuff. Barry Page, I'd say someone like myself did not want to show everyone up with some awesome dance moves. Do you have any practical ways we can capitalize on TikTok for business? Do you know what, Barry? I don't know about TikTok for business yet. I was over in India speaking at the tail end of last year, and there's a guy on there that I met called Digital Pratik. He's on Facebook and Instagram and all that as well, but he had 1.2 million followers on TikTok, and he's a digital marketing guy, and all he does is just, you know, he'll record the webinar, chop it up into bits and release little snippets here and there on TikTok, and apparently people are going through the roof for it. So that guy kind of inspired me to say, well, is there a way I can drive traffic my website or, you know, my other social media platforms using TikTok? And I've not had a great degree of success. I'm now seen as the buffoon that, you know, has some dodgy stiff dance moves on there. But it's fun and games anyway. But I've not seen a huge amount of people here in the UK or, you know, or whatever, you know, use it from a business perspective. But a lot of guys in India seem to be able to do it, and I'd love to be able to, you know, get a snippet of that action if I can. But as I say, it seems to be more of a laugh and a joke than anything else for now. But I'll keep persevering for a wee while longer, because you know what it's like. You do get bored, mate, and passes the time. It's good to get a wee fight with Matt Diggity and various other guys as well. It's all good fun, done in good spirits as well. Facebook user, how to target too many keywords in a single long post. Right, so on a long post, there's always going to be a main subject, you know, whether that be internal linking, for example. You're going to have a guide on internal linking. Throughout that post, you may have other headers that target things like how to do internal linking, what is internal linking, you know, and loads of other questions and things like that that people search for. And those are going to allow you to rank for more and more keywords. So, you know, you're going to have one main subject, and then you're going to have a whole bunch of semi-relevant related headers on there with content that are going to make sure that that post ranks for more than one keyword. You want to rank it for, you know, some posts rank for 100 keywords, some rank for 50. So, yeah, there's no rocket science to it. Just make sure that you add as much stuff in there and use headers to show different keywords and stuff like that, and you'll be fine. Just try and test and follow what the other guys in page one have got, and you'll be replicating that, and it should stand you in good stead. Solon, good to see you, bud. Where have you found to be the best source for buying expired domains? So you've got loads of websites out there to buy expired domain names. such as expireddomains.net and various other ones. Now, the problem you've got with that is those domains have expired and are basically the shit that no one else wants. Now, what you've got in between is GoDaddy auctions. Now, people auction off good quality domain names, and you could bid for them, and sometimes you get it for $12, sometimes it could be $50, sometimes it could be $50,000, depending on the domain. Now, you're better, in my opinion, going to an auction, because that's going to get away. It's going to set you apart from the freeloaders who just want something amazing to drop for nothing. Now, on top of that, you've got other guys called drop catchers, especially when it comes to .co.uk domain names. And drop catchers have a whole bunch of nominate accounts. So when something's about to drop, the guys basically catch it. So someone like you will not find it on expireddomains.net unless you've got the software and the skills to be able to do that. So anything that does drop as an expired domain name is probably, I mean, there's a few gems. Listen, there are a few gems out there that do drop, but in most cases, the shit that drops is stuff that no one else wants. When people say, how come I never find any good domains, Craig? That's the reason why drop catchers are getting first, or go to the auctions and get stuff. There's also guys out there who, domain brokers and stuff like that as well. And sometimes it's worth having a word with them and buying a domain for a couple of $100 just to get in before the mass market are all trying to, kind of grab that stuff. So I think, there's people selling stuff in Facebook groups and all that as well. So it's good to root around and don't wait for them to expire. But if you're looking for a good tool to identify expired domains, then Spamzilla is a good tool. I think it's something like $40 a month. And that allows you to see metrics, backlinks. It gives you a spam score. It, gives you when it's expiring, or if it has expired, it will also give you that. And you can obviously filter it all by metrics, DR, citation flow, trust flow, domain authority. It's got loads of different metrics built in as well. So hopefully that's a couple of bits and bobs that can help you buy expired domain names. But just think, sometimes it's better just to go to the auction. So next up, Dave Ray, good to see you again. Rank and rent still a viable way of making money in the UK? Yes, yeah. I mean, the answer is yes. The reason I'm saying, thinking about it, I used to have a lot of construction-related websites that were rank and rent, and trying to get those guys to pay, monthly. You were saying to them, like, rent the website for $300 a month, and they were like, oh, I could get a mortgage for that. And I feel that sometimes the UK in certain niches are just so far behind the times, they don't understand the value of it. But certainly for professional people, lawyers, plastic surgeons, hair transplant guys, and all that kind of stuff, rank and rent or lead gen are still very, very profitable businesses. But what I would strongly advise is you deal only with professional people. When I tried the rank and rent model, I had sash windows, I had roofers, and all of that stuff. And the guys just didn't understand what I was trying to do, and didn't see value in giving me even something like £20 a lead. So it just wasn't sustainable. It's certainly in the part of the UK I'm from, I think people are a bit old school, so I tend to kind of get away from the rank and rent model. It was good when the exact match domain names used to rank really well, and it was just a case of chucking up an old page of content. But now it's obviously a wee bit more difficult, and you need someone to believe in it and stuff like that. But I know a lot of guys that do have successful rank and rent and lead gen websites, so it is achievable, Dave. So there you go. Jim Henriksen, do you use ifttt for syndication? Yes, I just pay a guy who has all that stuff set up in the background, and it all just works automatically. I think that's something I've done a good few years ago, and just helps with indexing and various other bits and bobs. So, yeah, I do use it, and it works very well for me. So, yeah, hopefully that answers Jim. Facebook user, are you using automation for creating backlinks, or are you doing more manual guest posting, searching for opportunities? So I try not to do one strategy when it comes to link building. Of course, you've got to do manual outreach and get guest posting opportunities. You want to get PR links. But in terms of where the automation comes in, I would tend to boost a guest post. So if I've done outreach and I got a guest post on some mummy blogger's website, for example, I would tend to power that up with some automation through SEO Autopilot. I may use some PBNs, I may use whatever. So I do use automation for creating backlinks, not direct to a money website, because you never want to risk someone's website, but you do want to power up guest posts, PR links, and anything else that you can do. And people are always just thinking, how can I get more backlinks? You don't always have to do outreach just to get more guest posts. How about powering up the assets you've already got and doing that on a regular ongoing basis as well? And I've seen some good results from doing that rather than just outreach. But it's a case of mixing it all up as much as you possibly can and trying to keep it natural rather than relying on just outreach and guest posting. So I think too much of one thing is obviously not good for a kind of good, solid, powerful backlink profile. So yeah, I like to mix that up, and yeah, I do use automation in there as well. Yasser, hi buddy. Do you feel category pages with an article below the products works better for SEO or optimizing each individual product page for keywords you're targeting? I think that the individual product pages works a lot better. One, because the individual product pages are probably easier to rank, longer tail keywords. Category pages are always a pain in the ass. And you are restricted. You are restricted in a lot of ways. But what you can do is create a big, pillar piece of content that does rank, and then have your category at the bottom of that. So it really just depends on the website. But yeah, category pages are a little bit more difficult to optimize. With the content being at the bottom, or you've even got some web owners who don't want content on their category pages because it makes it look untidy and stuff like that. So I've had loads of people do loads of different things. I would create a landing page for it, and for the topic, and then then link it into the category page or whatever. But that's just my own way of doing it. Hopefully that helps. Dave Ray, how's my cough? Still there slightly, but not as bad as it once was. I do actually have a bit of a throat problem. It's actually an ear problem I've got, which impacts the left side of my throat as well, and I do have that getting seen to by a specialist, but they can't really determine too much about what's wrong. They have had a look at it over the years, but every time I get the cold or the flu, the cough kind of hangs on and my left ear blocks up. And I've got a hell of a waxy ear all the time as well. So yes, it's just one of those things. But yeah, it's not as bad as it's been. It's getting a little bit tickly now. I hate when someone asks you, I'm just dying to cough. So get it out of the way. Thank you, Dave. Solon, is it best to buy expired domain names for ranking a new local GMB site? Not necessarily. I mean, having an expired domain name, with a backlink profile and stuff, having history behind it and stuff, will help your overall SEO. Does it help you ranking a new local GMB site? Absolutely not, because the backlinks or links in general are not what ranks a GMB. It's citations and stuff like that. So the answer would be no. You don't need to buy it just for a GMB. Will it help, if you've got a business that's got a GMB but obviously wants to long-term rank for other stuff? Of course, an expired domain name will help you accelerate a little bit. Sorry, that's Dave's fault. He's making my throat tickly. So yeah, that citations is enough for you to rank your GMB and stuff like that. You don't need to have an expired domain name if it's just for that stuff. Rupshanker, this is a question I'm not going to be able to help you with because I'm not an Angular JavaScript specialist as such, and as I'm sure many people will know, Google bots don't like JavaScript too much, in particular Angular. How can you make them SEO friendly? I'm probably not the best guy to ask that question. It would need to be a developer who would be able to tell us, you know, the ins and outs of that. It's not something I really have experience testing or anything like that. I would normally just dodge Angular 6 websites for my own projects. If there's going to be anything that's going to interrupt Google or make Google not like my website, then I don't want anything to do with it. And until someone tells me that works 100% and they've got proof of that, then I don't want to know about it. So yeah, that's the answer to that. But and genuinely, more of a developer question than asking me. You know, if it's not SEO friendly, then there's obviously not much I can do to make it SEO friendly. And development and JavaScript and all that kind of stuff is not my bag at all. Not where my skill sets lie, if I've got any skills, that is. So sorry, I can't help you with that one too much. Ronak, I want to start affiliate marketing with ClickFunnels. What is it best for affiliate marketing? Listen, ClickFunnels you can use. There's so many different opportunities for affiliate marketing. There is no one thing that's the best. What I'd encourage you, Ronak, to do is try different things out. See if it works for you, and then rinse and repeat if it works for you. There is no such thing as the best type of affiliate marketing or the best way to do affiliate marketing or anything like that. We've all got our own quirks and own different, different strategies and different ways of doing stuff. And if ClickFunnels is what you want to use, then great. Other people use Go High Level, which has got a kind of ClickFunnels thing built in, and do mail drops, telephone, text messaging marketing and all that kind of stuff. So that people are using different platforms, different tools, different technology to be able to market products to people. But it also comes down to what level of data you have to be able to market to those people as well. So you need to figure that part out. But ClickFunnels has been around for a while. Lots of people use it. Lots of people have had success with it. I'm not going to knock it. It's not something I've used personally, but lots of other people have used ClickFunnels and had good degrees of success with it, mate. So give it a bash. And they're deep. Good to see you, mate. How do we know that a link we submitted in disavow has been disavowed? You're telling Google via that disavow file that's it. It doesn't disappear from Google. The link doesn't come off the website or anything. So there is no real way of knowing if that has been taken into account. You would just have to hope for the best that once you submit a disavow file, that link no longer really kind of passes anything towards your website. Paul, if I want to build an authority niche specific site to collect clients to point clients' links to, if I buy an expired age domain, should I strip out all the content and redo it to make it laser targeted to your niche? Yes, the more laser targeted, the better, to be honest, Paul. A lot of people think when they buy an expired domain name that they have to use the old website and all that kind of stuff, and that's absolutely not the case. You can repurpose it with brand new content that's specific to you. What I tend to do in that process is repurpose the old website, just shove some stuff up, let the rankings recover, and then start stripping the stuff away, just so that the old backlinks and all the URLs and all that start to get indexed again, and then you can do your redirects and all that kind of stuff, and obviously the power, the domain authority or DR or whatever, all comes back to that. So always repurpose it first. That would be what I would do, and then strip it and make it laser targeted. So hopefully that helps you, mate. I love these questions, man. Best link building methods. When your client has a budget of $100, tell them to fuck right off. You know, you would be lucky. You'd be lucky to build a link for $100 when you couldn't even build. Listen, a guest post will cost you anything between $80 and $100. You even buying SEMrush to do backlink, competitor analysis is at least $100. Your time is worth at least $100. No chance, not a chance. Anyone with a link building budget of $100, in my opinion, is not a client. Get rid of them. Not worth dealing with. You're not going to be able to rank your website. Not with crappy budgets like that, unless it's very, very long tail specific stuff. Tell them to spend their $100 on some crappy content or whatever. But I wouldn't be working with someone like that. Sorry, the budget is absolute garbage, and I'm not even going to give that an answer. Facebook user, how to off-page SEO mymedium.com, low competition article for short-term ranking. Blast it with some links, SEO autopilot. Just do that. It's build good links to it. You can still build good links to it and it will rank as well. You're on lots of Medium articles rank really well, but my first go-to would be SEO autopilot. Do some research. They've got their own YouTube channel, they've got their own Facebook group, and they've got their own diagrams, and just understanding which diagrams are going to have the fastest impact for you for a short-term ranking would be the one I would use, and just put it on there, or just go and buy a bunch of guest posts that are reasonably powerful and point it to it. Cheapest option is SEO autopilot though. Do I still have my Amazon affiliate site? Michael, you ask me this all the time. When Amazon, so I had 2 Amazon websites. I've never been big in Amazon. I've got some e-commerce websites, and I do a lot of private affiliate, through SaaS tool providers, SEMrush, Active Campaign, Push Engage. There's loads of them. But I did have 2 Amazon sites. One I sold a week before the the commission cut, a month or 2 ago, and the guy was like, "Fuck" when he bought it. But I also had another one, and the guy bought it as well, and obviously his thing was to take it away from Amazon and monetize it in a different way anyway. So his strategy and his purpose for buying it was to monetize it elsewhere. So hopefully that turns out to be a success, and I think it will be. But yeah, get out of Amazon, man. Fuck. The problem with Amazon, Michael, is the cost of an article for me. I've got to buy links and I've got to buy articles. I'm not sitting writing them myself. And when you're cutting the commissions that low, it's just not profitable for me now. Unless you're writing all the content yourself and doing all the outreach yourself, for me, I think Amazon's just really hard to make any kind of profit on with 3% or whatever it was they cut it down to. So yeah, that's the answer to that one, mate. But I know you've got a few Amazon sites, and you probably still can monetize them. But the problem I also had was it was a golf website that I had, which was the main one, and the average product sale was like £25 because most things were golf balls, golf t-shirts, rain jackets, golf shorts, tees, and all that stuff. So the cost of the product was so low that my strategy now, if I was going to go onto Amazon, would be sell something that's more than £100 or per item. That's what I'd be looking at, trying to find something that cost a few more quid. But yeah, you can get other better commissions elsewhere, to be honest with you, mate. Just got to shop around. But hopefully that helps you. Techies Wire. Do you have where to buy? Listen, I don't want to give out names on here. So buying shells, there's loads of guys on forums that sell shells. The problem with buying shells is you're buying shell access to a website, and and you get this access, and that access has been sold to 10 other guys. You inject a link on there, and then you go back and check it in a few days, and before you know it, someone's taken off your link and put their own link on, and all of that kind of shit. So I'm not a huge fan of the kind of shell link type of thing, purely because unless you're getting someone to sell the shell access only to you, then you know every Tom, Dick and Harry's going to be fucking taking your link off and putting theirs on there, and that's what I found with shell links. Safe links, you can do a Google or Google it. I just don't want to give anyone's name out because obviously some people who sell that stuff don't want people to know that they're the go-to guy and various things. But do a simple Google search. There's lots of UK suppliers or US suppliers of safe links if you obviously can't speak Russian. So there's brokers and resellers and everything all over. A SAPE link's a SAPE link. To be honest, I'd rather use SAPE than shells though. Shell access is just, I find it too much of a pain in the ass, if I'm being honest, mate, because it's just having to monitor, if your link sticks there or not is painful. So hopefully that helps you, buddy. Neil Thacker, do you use Majestic as your main tool for assessing trust flows of websites? I don't use Majestic, to be honest, Neil. I think you can use it, and lots of people do use trust flow and citation flow, and obviously the topical relevance. Personally, most people in the industry will use DR, which is Ahrefs internal score. But what you've got to remember is whether it's DA from Moz, DR from Ahrefs, or trust flow and citation flow from the likes of Majestic, they're all third-party metrics. They're only there to really give you a guide as to whether that link or that domain is powerful. So, you can kind of look and make a rough calculation as to, if a website gets a trust flow and citation flow of this, it tends to have a DR of that. I would just work with the one tool. I wouldn't be buying multiple tools just to do that. But if you've got access to it, then most people will use DR. But that's not the only thing I look at. What I'm looking for is relevancy. I'm also looking for links to have traffic and keep rankings as well. So those are things that I'm looking for. People will ask why. I think links with traffic and rankings are more powerful, and then you're potentially going to chase DR. It's so easy to manipulate. You could be buying someone's crappy PBN. So that's why I don't just chase DR. I'm looking for rankings and traffic as well. So that's how I kind of assess a link, so to speak. Guys, keep the questions coming. It's just after 30:30, so getting through a fair few. Please do make sure that you give us a bit of love and subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube. I do these regular, and as I say, want to keep getting more people back. Bob Jones trolling me as normal. Why do you not answer my Facebook questions? I actually had a guy last week, so I sent an email campaign out. It was the start of this week actually, and said I'm doing a question and answer session. If anyone wants to come along and ask questions, I'll happily answer them. And a guy apparently was asking questions that I didn't answer, but I didn't see them. And yeah, it gave me a fuck ton of abuse. So feel free to give me abuse as well. It's all good. So I'm just scrolling back up. So yeah, Bob Jones, you put me off there, buddy, but good to see you anyway. Sean Ryder, work with car dealers, and a lot of them have content that matches their competition since it's from the manufacturer. How does duplication affect search? Google basically just filter out duplicate content, which is probably why you find that lots of car dealers don't have great rankings. You have to make that unique, which is a pain in the ass, but it's the nature of the beast. If it's not unique, it's not going to bypass Google's filters. Google just going to filter it out. It's the same with anything. There's lots of different businesses out there who just upload suppliers' content, and that does have a massive impact in the organic search. It's okay if you're marketing in other ways through social media or paid ads. You can certainly continue to use that model, but from an organic search point of view, Google wants unique content, and you have to give them what they want if you want them to like your website, obviously. So you just have to work around that, man. Rainy Pen Doctor, good to see you. Techies Wire, what are the best black hat link building to rank fast, short term, if not long term? Listen, if you're going to use and want speed in terms of ranking, you're not going to rank long term. If speed is of the essence, you can go and build PBNs, go and use expired domain names. You can go and use SEO autopilot and all of that kind of stuff. Blast the shit out of it, and you will get stuff short term, but eventually you will be penalized. It's all about doing it continually, avoiding footprints and doing it properly, and you're not going to get that done at speed. So what you're asking for and what you get are going to be two different things. The only people that are going to be able to do anything at speed for you are spammers, and that may have a short-term benefit, but long-term, it wouldn't be something I would do. And in most cases, if you're going to use black hat, try and do it for the longer term. Don't try and not rush it too much. I know time might not be of the essence, but that's a decision for you to make. Mr. Miyagi, thumbs up. Thank you. Ayan, good to see you. Yasser, have you used the Google A/B test tool? Of course I have. To see if changes on site led to different behavior amongst users. Listen, I try and test lots of different stuff all the time, as do many of my friends. Lots of guys share their testing results out there. There's lots of interesting on-page tweaks that increase the key metric. Just adding good internal links can increase stuff. Changing a title tag can change stuff. Bulking out content can change stuff. There's no secret magic bullet that I'm going to sit and be able to say here that no one's already tried. You've just got to keep trying and keep testing and join testing groups and share your results of your test, and people will share the results of their test back. I think changing things up can change the behavior amongst users. Adding a picture can change the dynamics of a page. Better calls to action and all that kind of stuff can increase conversion rate. That's why people out there are calling themselves CROs. You guys are doing A/B tests all the time and having buttons in different positions, and they're using these decisions based on data. So all these changes are data-led. They're not just guesswork. But you can plug in your website to different things like VWO or use heat maps or whatever, and you can see what the customers are doing. If customers are struggling at a certain part of your website, you can make that a bit easier. So I think it is a case of just always fine-tuning these wee things. But do you want to become obsessed with it? Probably not. If it's clean, tidy, and it works, and you're looking for other changes to try and get more, then you're probably wasting your time. The difference between a website in position 1 and position 5 is probably down to the level of engagement the guy in position 1 is getting. So you want to probably focus more on engagement, manipulation, if you like, click-through rate manipulation, time on website, trying to keep a customer on there longer. Neil Patel, for example, gave away a free course. In order for you to see that free course, he made you sit on his website for 10 minutes while a countdown timer came on. And then you had to watch the video on his website. It was embedded into to the website. So what Neil Patel is doing there is forcing the engagement rate on his website up, which in turn is going to help his rankings. So things like that, just see what the other guys are doing. But yeah, that's what Neil Patel's doing just now, and it has a massive impact. So have a look at that one as well. Luke S, you missed a whole bunch of stuff, but you can watch the replay after this if you want to go back and see a whole bunch of different stuff. How to power up guest posts that you already have. You can use PBNs, you can use SEO autopilot, you can use whatever links you've got access to power up those guest posts. You can become a little bit riskier because the guest post is not yours. It's not damaging your website, so you can push things a little bit further, which is the great thing about it. After how much time can we rank an expired domain name? The famous answer, it depends, is going to have to come out here. Depends on your niche, depends on what you've done with that expired domain name, depends how you approach it. Guys can rank in 1 month, 2 months, 5 months, 6 months. So it really depends on your time and effort. Google crawling and indexing, how many links it's got, how many links you're building. I can't just give you a off the cuff answer to that. It really depends on how good your skills are as well. So hopefully that helps. Then, do you ever work with Wix websites? No. I'm not going to sit and dismiss them. I know there's guys that do have Wix websites and they appear to be doing reasonably well. The last time I looked at Wix was probably about 5 or 6 years ago. And I know they were absolutely horrendous from an SEO point of view back then. And I know things have evolved and things have changed. But the general consensus still is that, you don't have access to everything that you need to be able to do SEO properly, in my opinion. You don't have server access. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can't do with a Wix website that's just going to potentially limit my ability to get the edge over a competitor in a very competitive market. It can work for low to middle of the road stuff. It's great for new users, and I'm sure there are people out there, with the increased functionality of Wix, and I know they have been working on making it a hell of a lot more SEO friendly. They will get some degree of success, so I'm not going to knock it because I haven't looked at it for 5 or 6 years, but from what other people are saying, it's still not the best platform to be using, and that's enough for me. Until someone says to me 100% that this is 100% SEO friendly, I'll probably never look at it again, in all honesty. So hopefully that answers that question, bud. Facebook user, if you're starting a new business in the SEO world, agency or software or product or training, what would it be in the current climate? It wouldn't be an agency. Product or training I already do. It's successful. But I really personally would love to own a software. That's just the one thing that I've not done. And the one thing that I'd like to do is maybe own a software that helps other people and constantly develop it and tweak it and get the monthly subscriptions off everyone. So on a personal level, probably software. It certainly wouldn't be an agency. I've been there, done it, nearly killed myself. And it's just not for my temperament and whatnot. So, a tool, definitely. An automated tool. Solon, and you're right, I was encouraged by a teacher to do snow removal ranking websites, and they did rank #1 in big US cities, but I couldn't find any takers to rent even for £100 a month. What would you do with these sites? Local GMBs, you have rankings, but no takers. Bin them, dude. Bin them. I had a lot of websites like that as well, and they're just a time drain and they frustrate you, and it's annoying as fuck that no one's even prepared to give you even £100 a month. I would rather bin them than let some other bastard have them. But then I'm a stubborn little git. So so just get rid of them, mate, and try and, you know, take it in the chin and learn from it, and maybe go after something a little bit more of a higher ticket, you know, like a dentist or a lawyer or something like that. They will take it. SK Verna, spam, I'm assuming. Yeah, Barry, you listened to my story when the salesman left and the clients didn't know who it was. What a shitty situation that was, but thankfully it was all good. But yeah, it is what it is. Goodbye, Jason. So what was the first thing I did to start getting noticed online? I rebranded, got a website, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I'd always followed Matthew Woodward. And obviously he was a self, you know, a guy, a brand, whatever you want to call it. And I made up a wee cartoon face, the same as Matthew Woodward did. Shoved up a website, and basically tried to, you know, I've seen Matthew and various other people over the years had been speaking at events and stuff, and, you know, just really wanted to get into that, speaking at online events, because obviously my knowledge and experience was there, but no one knew who the fuck I was. But even trying to get your foot in the door at a speaking event when no one knows you, is hard work. So I wanted to make sure that I done more speaking, and in order to get there, I'd done some webinars, done some podcasts and stuff like that to demonstrate to the events that I could actually speak. And from there, then I was able to slowly get some speaking events, and yeah, it worked out all right from there. You know, it's probably a bit of luck along the way as well, but yeah, just trying to get onto that speaking circuit and do webinars and shit like that. I was quite lucky. SEMrush kind of gave me a platform there, and you get quite a bit of exposure from that, so it was not bad. But Gareth Dane, 3K viewers, killing it. Thank you, bud. John Floyd, what is the answer to the universe? No idea, bud. Ask your man Gareth Dane. He may be able to tell you better. He has his own ideas in the universe down in Liverpool, so I'm sure he's the man to answer that, not me. Mark Johnson, I use my own content people. I don't outsource to anyone. I've got in-house content writers who do my stuff. I've got one that works remotely, and I've got one in the office. Just content writing's always been something I've struggled with, if I'm being honest. You know, when outsourcing it, I've always had bad luck. You know, certainly in terms of quality and delivery, more so than anything. You know, you're expecting the content to come, and, you know, outsourcing it, the content's just coming later and later and stuff like that. And I found that quite frustrating, so just decided to get my own people. That way I can shout and scream until I get it. So content is one thing that I haven't had much success in outsourcing, to be honest with you, mate. Do I have a pet? No pets. Not a fan of pets. I'm allergic to dogs and shit like that. And yeah, I've just never been a pet kind of guy. I had a goldfish once, and I think it lasted the weekend. I think I fed it too much, and yeah, just never been a huge pet lover, man. Not that there's anything wrong with loving pets, just not for me. Great. What is my age? What age do I look? That's what the question is. What age do I look, man? Andrew Golpys, are you open to working with clients? The answer is usually no. But I do consultancy. I do audits. You know, listen, I don't work with clients all the time. I'm not open to it. If the opportunity and the person is right, and we're both in the same wavelength, and they maybe want me to have a look at something, they want me to audit something, they want me to do stuff on a short-term basis, of course, I'm happy to look at it. I also do training. I've helped people build teams, and all that kind of stuff. So I can probably help, but shoot me a message in LinkedIn, Andrew, and we can discuss it and see what happens. It's not always about I can help you with link building strategy, but I don't have to work on things long term. If you need a gap filled, or you need someone to cover something or fix something or whatever, I can either do it or point in the right place or whatever. So I'll be able to sort something out. But yeah, ping me a message, Andrew, on LinkedIn, and I'll get back to you and discuss that with you. No idea where you can watch that stuff, whatever it is. But we've got 10 minutes left, and we'll try and crack on. Picture this. You're stranded in a desert island with Wi-Fi, but you're only allowed to take one SEO link building tool with you. What would it be? Probably SEO Autopilot. Got to say that that's my favourite tool at the moment. So, yeah, probably that, mate. But I'm a black hat guy. I'd have something else in my fucking pocket, man, or a USB. So don't you worry about that. Parallel, top of the morning to ya. That's an Irish thing, not Scottish, but I'll do it anyway. Top of the morning to ya. What is truth? I have no idea what you're saying, mate. Hi, sir, please help me. Help you with what? Should I keep building links from forums, profile link building, or subdomain links? I see John Mueller says Google's algorithm will catch it someday. And as I know your client is already affected, I think there's better places you could be building links from forums. I think John's probably right in this instance where it's probably going to get wiped out. So future-proof your client's website and try and not do something that's got the potential to get wiped out. What I'd be doing is looking to get links that are not likely to be wiped out. So go for that in there deep. That would be the best way to do it. Fuck me. The amount of spammers that come in these places. Sebastian, if you have 40 articles written, and I'm not calling you a spammer, by the way, Sebastian, just the next couple of ones. Do you post all 40 articles at once, or do you drip it out one article a day? I probably drip 5 out and then one a day from there on in. You don't have to drip one a day out, right from the get-go. You can even backdate some or whatever. But I think the key is drip feeding them out and, trying to encourage Google to come and crawl your website more often. And that can happen, obviously, by drip feeding on there. So, yeah, do that. My dad never came back after saying he was going to get milk. What should you do? Ask the milkman, something like that. Don't know. Whatever. Nice studio, Craig. Take a scenario, promoting an existing Etsy-like marketplace, but smaller, low marketing budget, ranking okay, not enough products, need more sellers. What's my strategy? Trying to get more sellers, do outreach, get your face out there in front of all the sellers, get some ads going. You're just going to have to knuckle down and get more sellers on there. There's no point in promoting an existing marketplace if there's not enough products on it. So I would be working hard on getting more sellers, and then obviously look at the longer term promoting the marketplace in general. Do a fart. MG Agrawal. 33 big money, easiest way to get links for e-commerce products and category pages. It's no different from getting it to a homepage. When you get a link, you do outreach, you decide where the link goes, you point them to your product pages, category pages, whatever. That strategy is up to you. There's no special type of links for that. You just do enough outreach and spread the links across all of those, and rinse and repeat. I get a ton of calls from these snow removal websites that I ignore because I've nobody to take the leads. So I've thought about monetizing the site, perhaps, maybe put ads on there. You could do that, put some affiliate stuff on there or whatever. If there's some equipment they can buy or whatever, have a look at that. You can monetize it through that in AdSense, but see how it goes. If the websites have got traffic, I'm sure you can monetize it in some way through ads. Techies Wire. So what are the things working long term in terms of link building? Good quality, relevant links. Techies Wire. You want to make sure you get good quality, relevant links. Site speed, core web vitals. Are you going to put more effort into optimizing speed or not? Chasing insight scores is tedious, blah, 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 blah. Someone giving us a bit of feedback there. Cameron Gibson, what's your take on local citation creating with consistency of NAP? Is this still relevant? Yes, very much still relevant, Cameron. Make sure that you keep your name, address, postcode as consistent as you can across all of the citations you get. Most people are using SEObuilder.com to do that for them and clean up their NAP and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Google are still looking at citations and they're looking for consistency of that name, address, postcode. So very much that is the key to it all, mate. So go and make sure that that's what you're doing. When are me and the famous Gareth Dane doing a podcast? Gareth is always asking, but he never wants to do it. So he's a busy man. But whenever he's ready, I'm happy to do one with him. Who is this Viking? Are you a Viking? Boomshot Entertainment, but yeah, I'm not a Viking, just so you know. But guys, we do 5 minutes. Do give me a little bit of love on the video if you have enjoyed it. If you've got any last questions, I've got a few more minutes to answer them. If you have enjoyed. Oh, sorry. That's fine. I'm just deleting a few tossers from here as well. Am I rich? Nope, very poor. Can't even afford a shaver. But any SEO related questions, I'm not here to sit and answer silly questions. Please try and keep them relevant because there's a lot of people in here want stuff to be answered properly and take it seriously. Don't want to ask silly questions about are you rich or do you fart or any of that stuff, because you just give me an opportunity to block you and potentially come and negative SEO you, because I'm looking for someone to test that shit out on for a future video. So keep going, man. Den, thank you. Have a great weekend. Craig Mullins, yes, trolls all over the place. The more videos you do, the more trolls you get. They're wasting their time. They're getting my engagement rate up, so good luck to them. But yeah, you should put a list of affiliate links of the tools I use, because most people would use them to pay you back for the time you put in. Most of the tools I use are all over my website anyway. Look, so if someone has a look there, it will have that. Or if you go to my free training course, all of the tools and shit are in there as well with affiliate links. So that does happen, man. But I don't want to be the salesy guy. It's not about selling. It's about trying to help other people who've done the course or maybe don't understand certain things, because a lot of people don't want to answer basic questions. So just try to do a bit to help people with basic questions or advanced questions or whatever it might be. But yeah, that it's not all about making money. And Gareth Dane, we will do it soon. We will get round to it soon. Just blame Gareth. He's a lazy git. But nah, I'm sure he's just busy with all of the shit that you've got to put up with running his agency. Philippines is one of my tour countries. Hopefully one day, buddy, it would be amazing to go over there and check it out. Oh my God, take it easy. I just asked about your economical situation. Listen, I'm taking it easy. I'm a rich. It's not much to do with the economic situation, but I'm not rich. Gareth Dane's rich. He has got lots of money. So, yeah, there you go. But Babe Material, I have a horrible feeling that you're someone I know. I'm not sure who, but I could find out. But there you go. But yeah, there's no more questions, guys. So what I will do is just wrap up this live, and thank you everyone for taking the time to watch and engage, and hopefully catch up with you all soon. Cheers.